All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Sam from Zroder Meme Bet. Let's go over the bets that I have for UFC Fight 9 to 52. RDR versus Allen. So I have a bet on usually Belgarui 0.85 units at plus 250. Then I have Jordan Santos 0.4 unit at plus 250. Raven Oliveira 0.3 unit also at plus 250. Then I have RDR. I got him in an early market 0.5 unit. Then I have Kevin Holland 1.5 unit. I also got him on an early market. Then I have Jasmine Jasudavicius 1.25 unit at plus 170. Now for the props, I have Jasudavicius by decision. I have Barlow and Jordan go the distance. I have Jordan by decision. And then I have Raven Oliveira by decision. So yeah, real quick here on the breakdowns, not to extend this too much. In this one, I have a short video I just uploaded. Feel free to check that one out. Basically here, the chance for Belgaru, in my opinion, is that Azamat Bekoyev, to me, he's still not the monster wrestler that people think that he is, right? He's more like an aggressive guy that has power, obviously physically very strong, some wrestling. But Belgaru is very tall. He can land on the feet much more than Bekoyev. In case he doesn't get pushed back against the cage, doesn't get knocked out, he has a legit chance to win this fight, just basically picking the shots on the feet. And even if he gets taken down, I think he has enough skills to get back up, especially using the cage. So I think Belgaru has a decent chance in here. I like the price a little bit. Jordan Santos. So between him and Danny Barlow is faster, right? He's slightly more technical, but it's quite competitive in terms of technique. Jordan Santos is a tough guy. He's going to try to move forward. Danny Barlow as a middleweight, we haven't seen much yet, so I'm thinking that it also could be a factor. If Danny Barlow brings the cardio, he can definitely win, right? By knockout and by decision. So I also like a little bit fight go the distance. I think both of these guys can win by decision, right? But I do think there's some chance also that Jordan Santos push Barlow against the cage, land some shots, can even have a chance for the knockout. So it's quite tricky to pick, right? And to predict this one, in my opinion. Again, I still think that Barlow is the right favorite, but I like a little bit the price on here on this one too, right? Even though I don't like as much as the previous one. Raven Oliveira and Stephanie Luciano. So Raven Oliveira, she's a physically very strong strawweight, as is Stephanie Luciano. Luciano is coming in very confident. There's a decent chance that she wins this fight. But Oliveira, she also has pretty decent skills, to be honest. You know, she's not as sharp or doesn't throw as much as straight punches as Luciano does. But she has some good loopy punches. She's physically strong. She will push Luciano against the cage. She will try to mix it up. She's fairly aggressive too. So I think it will be competitive, right? Especially if it goes the distance. Could be difficult to tell who wins the fight. So I think the value is on Oliveira. I don't like much the money line, but on the prop bet, there's also some good chance for Oliveira by decision. All right. So RDR and Brendan Allen. Basically, I expect that RDR are going to be able to do to Brendan Allen what Anthony Hernandez did. Brendan Allen, I mean, I like the guy. I honestly was thinking there was quite some value on him against Hernandez, but he was not able to stuff those takedowns. I think RDR gonna make him second guess his confidence. RDR is very aggressive. He's huge for the division. He's gonna push the grappling. He's gonna push the clinch. Let's see how Brendan Allen fares all of those things. Brendan Allen is technically sound, but I'm not too sure if he's gonna be able to get, stop RDR in terms of the physical, effort required, right? So to me, it's RDR just basically being more aggressive. The price here is a little bit pricey in RDR when I took already. Right now he's like this is like minus 230, right? So yeah, sorry, this is like minus 180. So now he's like minus 230, minus 250. So it's quite tricky on RDR, those prices. But anyway, I have a bet on him already. Let's see how this goes. Kevin Holland and Mike Malott. I think Holland will be the one that I know that Malott will be the aggressive guy, but I think Holland is still tougher than Malott, even though he got finished more than Malott. I think Holland is still tougher than Malott, and I do think that Holland is gonna be able to land more on the feet. He has more chances for the knockout. If it goes the distance, I still think that Holland is the slight favorite, as I show here in these numbers. Holland has problems from his back, but Mike Malott's not a monster wrestler, like gonna take him down, hold him down as much as he wants, you know what I mean? So Holland, I think he'll be able to fight the takedowns, most of them, and he's gonna be able to get back up. So I think on the feet it's competitive, but I favor Holland. So I like Holland especially when the line opened. I have 1.5 units on him, right? So yeah, on Kevin Holland now it's like a pick 'em fight. I still like him. You could throw a unit on him. I think it's a good value on Kevin Holland. And then Manon Fiorot and Jasmine Jasudavicius. This is another one quite tricky to pick. I see the line on Fiorot. She looks very physically strong. The line is the way it is on Fiorot just because people think that Jasmine Jasudavicius is not gonna be able to take her down. There is this chance, but I do think Jasudavicius is gonna be able to do what she needs to do, which is use striking, make Fiorot guess a little bit. Fiorot is more technical on the feet. She's a little bit more powerful, but it's quite competitive. I think Jasudavicius is gonna be able to land some shots, have some moments on the feet, and then take it to the ground, right? She's not gonna dominate from top, hold the top position for too long, but I think could be enough to win the rounds for Jasmine Jasudavicius. I expect this to be close. Obviously, Manon Fiorot can win this one, especially by decision, but to me, it's like a 50-50 fight, and I got Jasmine Jasudavicius a bet on her, all right? And I like her especially by decision, all right? So I think I covered basically everything. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, come back again next week, share with your friends, and see you next time. This is Sam from Zolder Meme Bet.